The story of Cain and Abel is one of the most well-known passages in the Bible, but there's much more hidden between the lines than you might imagine. What exactly did the curse of Cain, imposed by God after the first murder in history, mean? Was this mark confined to him alone, or did it spread throughout generations, leaving traces in our own history? The mark of Cain is shrouded in mystery, a symbol of a crime that altered the destiny of humanity. But what was God's true purpose in marking Cain? And more importantly, could this curse still persist today? Get ready to uncover the hidden layers of this ancient story and how it might be connected to us, even now. The book of Genesis takes us back to the beginnings of creation. Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden, humanity's fall, and finally, the couple's first sons, Cain and Abel. Two brothers, two opposing destinies. While Abel was a shepherd, calm and spiritual, Cain was a farmer, tied to the land, but consumed by envy and resentment. Cain offered the Lord the fruits of his harvest, but Abel brought God the sacrifice of his finest animals. And here's the turning point. God accepted Abel's offering, but rejected Cain's. What did this mean? Was it simply an inadequate sacrifice, or was there something deeper in Cain's intentions? The New Testament in the book of Hebrews gives us a clue. Abel offered his sacrifice with faith, while Cain, driven by envy and malice, did not show the same spirit of devotion. This led Cain to commit the first murder in biblical history, a brutal act that would change the course of humanity. After killing his brother, Cain was confronted by God. And here, something even more intriguing happens. Cain not only received the curse of being a wanderer and a fugitive on the earth, but God marked him so that no one would kill him. And this is where theories start to emerge. What was this mark? Some believe it was a physical scar. Others suggest it was something much more spiritual, a sign that transcended the body and affected the soul. What if this mark was more than just a punishment? What if it represented a type of eternal curse, passed down from generation to generation? There are those who say that the mark of Cain influenced the very history of humanity. Ancient Syrian Christian texts claim that God darkened Cain's skin as part of his curse, something that has been interpreted literally by some, and over the centuries distorted to justify terrible acts, such as slavery and racism. But was this interpretation a malicious human distortion? Or could the curse of Cain truly have left a mark on humanity? This interpretation led many cultures for centuries to associate the mark of Cain with skin color. In the 18th and 19th centuries, biblical justifications were used to discriminate and enslave people, claiming they bore this curse. But was this truly God's intention? Or was it just another example of how evil perpetuates itself throughout history? But let's go deeper. What if the mark of Cain was more than just a physical or social punishment? What if it was a warning, a sign so that humanity would never forget that sin can follow us through generations? Think about it. Cain was cursed to wander the earth, unable to plant or harvest, carrying the weight of his crime forever. This curse could be warning us about the consequences of sin, not just for Cain, but for all of humanity. Every act, every sin, leaves a mark that can reverberate through time. The mark of Cain is a reminder that evil never disappears without leaving scars. Now the big question: does this mark still exist among us? What if it's not visible? What if it's somehow inscribed on our souls? It's believed that Cain's descendants were wiped out during the flood. But what if some remnant of this curse passed through Noah and his descendants? Could the curse of Cain still influence our lives today? Perhaps we'll never know the full truth. But one thing is certain: Cain's story is a dark warning about human nature and the power of sin. The mark of Cain makes us ask, are our actions today our choices, leaving invisible marks that future generations will have to bear. And speaking of mysteries, get ready for the next video, where we'll explore something even darker: the 5 most cursed and dangerous books in history. Do you believe that words can carry a curse? Could knowledge truly be dangerous? Find out all of this in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single detail of the mysteries yet to come. And now, tell us, do you believe that Cain's mark still exists? Leave your comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode of Beyond the Bible.